Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. What you are looking at is my channel analytics for the last 28 days. Pretty cool. I got 6,187 views in the last 28 days. Reason I am doing this video is because I came across an article yesterday from 2022. Now, I said once or twice before that myself and many other channels are experiencing a drop in ad revenue. And I really am hard-pressed to find anything online from Google or YouTube as such addressing this issue. But I literally stumbled upon an article that was kind of a spin-off from a Reddit thread, which was about YouTubers earning less that started during the pandemic, even though they were getting way more views. And the article went on to basically say that ad revenue has been slashed. So that makes perfect sense and falls in line with what I have been saying, that it has to do with the ad revenue, obviously. And for someone like me, I definitely know it's ad revenue based because I don't have merchandise. I don't have a Patreon. I don't have memberships. And that's so, yeah, obviously it is related to ad revenue. So this article basically went into detail about advertisers cutting their budgets. So factor that in with people earning less from ads that are on their videos, along with YouTube taking 45%, and no wonder so many channels are struggling financially. And here we're looking at a side-by-side comparison of 2022, where I had from January to February 4,412 views versus 2023, where I have 8,331. Now, there are differences in 2023 versus 2022. Some of which I started uploading some of my TikTok shorts onto YouTube, which is different. And also I have, I think, subs that are on both of my platforms that have crossed over from one to the other, and so therefore follow me on both platforms, which is a good thing. So, I mean, like, look at that. You know, the numbers are, like, pretty good, right? Like, you're thinking, okay, man, your channel is doing good, and my channel has grown, which I am very grateful for and blessed to say that it is. And I want to thank everybody who has helped my channel grow. Folks from the very beginning, along with newer subs of mine, like, thank you guys. Thank you very, very much. So, you know, these statistics right here would give one the impression like, oh, well, you know, you're doing better. Well, in some ways, yes, certain numbers, but in other ways, no. Now here I am in Google AdSense. And this is the site that you use to check your earnings so you know when you're going to be paid. Right now I'm at $71.01. When was the last time I got paid? My last payment was issued on November 21st, 2022 for $101.68. And it's sad to say, but that was the smallest payment I ever received from Google since I became monetized. I kid you not. So, I mean, it really does all fall into play here with ad revenue. Now, it may sound silly to say, but when people skip ads, and I know they could be annoying because I've done it too, when people skip ads, that basically hurts the person's channel, because our ad revenue is based on a certain dollar percentage based on 1,000 clicks. So if you click onto a video and allow the ads to I'm tongue-tied, play through, you're contributing to that person, getting their full ad revenue. When you skip over ads for a small channel, and enough people doing that, that can really, really hurt them. And for someone like me who relies on ad revenue and doesn't have other things attached with their channel, it can really, really hurt, especially if there's hundreds and hundreds of people doing that, unfortunately. So, yeah, I just wanted to show you. My last payment was November of last year, and I'm not going to be getting paid in February, so I probably won't be getting paid until March. And that's a big if. And you could also tell, too, that it's ad revenue causing the issue. Because my food pantry hauls are the best videos as far as views for me. They really are. And so you would think with all them views, like, my income should be going up, not going down, or at least I should be somewhat breaking even. But even with that, no. So definitely advertising revenue was cut, and that taps into what we earn. And that in turn, with YouTube taking 45% of whatever we earn each month, basically is really, really hurting a lot of content creators, but especially a kick in the butt to small channels. Now, there's one more thing I want to show you. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you out of Google AdSense is my my taxable income for the year 2022. $349.46. That is what I earned from YouTube for the entire year of 2022. And needless to say, when I first seen it, I was really disheartened. I really, truly was, because previous year, I earned very close to $700 and I had to file taxes. But this year, because I'm under the $400 threshold, I don't have to. And it just seems very, very, really sad when you know that you put the effort into it and you're not seeing anything for the amount of work that you are, putting into it. It's very frustrating. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys that. So, you might be wondering, well, what is the takeaway from this video? Well, the takeaway from this video simply is that if you are considering starting a YouTube channel, it's good to be aware that, how would I say it? You need to go on several different platforms besides YouTube. I mean, you can post reels on Facebook Reels. You can do YouTube Shorts. You can do Shorts on TikTok. When you have 10,000 subscribers on TikTok, You are eligible, I believe, to earn through lives, I believe, live streams. And I know if you have 100,000 followers on TikTok, you will get paid through them. You can get money from some creator fund that they have. Yeah, that's like a really high goal, you know. I would be happy getting to 10,000 on TikTok, because at 10,000, I could potentially secure myself a partnership that I would do adverts and reviews for a partner product or service in exchange for getting paid and uploading like my regular videos. I believe Snapchat also pays creators too, depending on how many views videos get. So there are other ways to earn money, and they do take a little bit of time. But I am just saying, if you are considering starting a channel, you definitely want to utilize other platforms as well. There is a few other sites I am looking into, and I may actually do a video about them down the road. Not any of the apps that I previously mentioned. These are a few other sites that might potentially be a fit for someone. It all depends what type of content you create and whether or not some of these other sites might be a good fit for someone as well, to, you know, earn extra income from besides YouTube. So if I would say, if I was to want to get any type of message across with this video, it's that for those of us that have small channels or even medium channels, they're being affected by it too, that their revenue is dropping a lot. There's a channel on YouTube I follow, Low Income Relief, and I mentioned this actual website that the woman has. And one of my early Show Me the Money videos, I include that link in that video description, and I talked about that website because it's a really amazing website that Nicole has. Well, I watched one of her videos about 2.5 weeks ago, and she was saying how she had let all of her staff go because her channel is doing so bad with revenue. Now she has, like, I believe eight I don't know, 8,000 and some followers or something like that. She's what I would call like maybe a medium-sized channel. And she had several staff working with her. It's a website that people research all different kind of programs and different things by different states and keep on top of things. And if something new develops, they do, you know, videos about them and everything. And so she had to leave all of her staff that she had employed by her, working for her, because she can't afford to pay them. And she was really trying to plug her merch at one point. Just saying. I mean, it's probably going to get harder for small content creators with the economy being so crappy. And so, you know, now folks can sort of understand why I upload shorts onto TikTok, and why I may be looking into even possibly a third site to work with that I think would be a good fit for me. Just, you know, because the dream and the idea that I had over 4 years ago of turning my YouTube channel into a part-time work-from-home job is just not a reality anymore. Now, someone might say, well, why don't you just get a job and work online? Well, believe me, I have applied for quite a few, actually, several. One of my problems is that I have a lot of telemarketing experience, but none of the businesses I worked at are operating anymore. Telemarketing eventually left Hazleton, and I don't even know if those businesses are still in business. I know in Hazleton they're not, so I really can't give phone numbers and things for any of them. They shut down many years prior, before I ever left PA. They were out of business for a good 15 plus years, so I have all that experience. I can rattle off the businesses I worked for, but I can't use them as a reference anymore. They're no longer operating, or, maybe not even in business at all. So that is one of my issues. Two is the fact that I technically have been out of the workforce for a good amount of time. And I thought I came up with a reasonable explanation for that by stating that I was helping take care of my granddaughter when she was very small. And I was starting and working with a small YouTube channel and really putting a lot of effort into that. So, I don't know, so far though, I have not actually gotten any kind of online work. I guess in a sense I have been out of the workforce when it comes to that type of work too long. I don't know. But there is something I am looking into, and it would be really, really nice. I really would love to give this a try. I've always wanted to narrate a book, like do an audio book of, say, Anne Rice books, for example. I know them forward, backward, inside and out, and nothing has irritated me more than listening to an audiobook for somebody whose voice is just flat and monotone, and they have no emotion in their voice whatsoever. That kind of voice, yeah. That just gets on my nerves. And some people who were chosen to narrate some of Anne Rice's books should never have done it. They were horrible. So I watched a video here on YouTube, actually, as a way, a work-from-home job, if you will, that involves narrating books. And it is through a site that is part of Amazon. So I'm actually going to be looking into this further and possibly auditioning for a few narrating jobs myself to see if that might actually be a viable source of part-time income for me, since other things don't seem to be working out for me. Yes, there's a lot of companies that are hiring working from home, and you can apply for them, but I consider it as maybe an age thing. I would hope and like to think not, but I don't know. I think for me it's just the idea that I have been out of, I guess you could say a job market for quite a while. That, yeah, it's really going to take some work and just getting that lucky break to get my foot back into, in the door, I guess you could say. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to look into narrating, because I think personally it would be fun. And it's something I always wanted to do, something I always wanted to try, actually. So I'll keep you guys posted, hey, if that in fact turns out to be something, successful for me, I will definitely let you guys know. So now that, you know, it has been established, once you read that article that I included the link to in the description box of this video, you will definitely understand when this all actually started with ad revenue with YouTube, and how it has been steadily declining. And people like me and Charity, for example, are finding that we're really getting hit hard with this. But if you read this article, guess what? There has been bigger YouTubers who have been affected by it as well. And it cites two different examples of well-known bigger YouTube creators that found themselves in a hole financially and didn't get paid for like 2 months, and I guess were really hurting for money, and I imagine probably tried to hit their subs up for some cash because they were desperate. And these are people who YouTube is basically their full-time income, might I add. So yeah, if it hit a few, big-time YouTube creators, then you can just imagine that it hit small channels too, as well. I would like to say I genuinely, could see it getting better, and I hope it does. But if the economy does not improve, then it's not going to be, it's not going to get better for us. And if we're smart, the only other thing we could do is either, find something else online that we could realistically do. I mean, for the folks who, have like a regular part-time job or something, that's good. But for someone like me, we have to find a secondary way to, make income. And if that means going on to a different form of social media, if we're not getting hired in the traditional way of being able to work from home, then, so be it. That's a route that we will pursue. I know a while ago I did say something about considering designing some kind of merch to sell on my channel down the road. Well, originally I wanted to do it off channel. However, there was some weird, I don't know what it was, some weird glitch with Chime and Etsy. Now, what happened first was Chime would not work right with the Plaid app to set Chime up for my Etsy. And as a result of that, my Etsy account wound up being closed. And it really burns my butt because I had thought about designing t-shirts and selling them on there. And when I contacted them, they had said that there was some type of fraudulent activity detected on my Etsy, but I hadn't fully reactivated my account. Again, because I wasn't able to link Chime with Etsy, so that wasn't true. And I contacted them actually several times to try and figure out, what they were talking about, what was going on, and I have never gotten a response from them. Now, Redbubble was the second option, and I had set up a Redbubble account, and I had not even uploaded any designs that I was playing around with on Canva. And again, I don't know what happened, but my Redbubble account got shut down. Again, the same kind of thing, saying that there was some type of fraudulent activity, that my designs weren't original. But I didn't upload any designs on Redbubble, you know, to like send over to Shopify to print for me. So I'm completely stunned with that. And then when I tried to contact them, they basically said that I can never have another Redbubble account because my designs were not original, but I never uploaded any designs. Everything that I was tinkering around with and fooling around with is still in my Canva. I never uploaded, you know, anything as a final design onto Redbubble to send to, you know, Shopify. So I have no idea what went on there. And they refused to, like, contact me, speak with me. Like, that's the final decision. I can't have a Redbubble account because I don't know, upload somebody else's design or something when, no, I'm pretty sure I didn't. And I know darn well nothing of mine was uploaded yet. It's all still sitting in Canva. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they maybe have me mixed up with somebody else, possibly. There is more than one Sharon Sartori in this world. Trust me on that, guys. I don't know. I really, truly don't know. And I'm not even going to stress about it. It's just, it's completely bizarre. So I don't know what occurred there. I really, really don't. So if I do design anything, it's probably going to have my pets on it because they're my pets and I can't get in trouble for using my pets' faces on things, maybe on t-shirts and stuff, you know? Because the day that happens, then I'm definitely going to have to somehow, some way talk to an attorney because then that's just getting completely ridiculous. So, I don't know. I don't know, guys, but it's very bizarre. So, anywho, I am going to actually be uploading a poll in the community tab prior to uploading this video. And I would like to get your input. If I was to design merch, what would you be interested in? And I'll give you some different choices, and I'll let that poll run for a couple of days, and that just might give me a good idea of what to do when the time comes for me to possibly, you know, do that as well with my YouTube channel. Alrighty, guys, so I hope this video might clarify some things for small channels and potential creators, not to discourage, but just to make you aware of, you know, what you may be dealing with once you do have your channel up and running. As I said, best thing I could tell somebody is to use multiple platforms to gain followers on different platforms would be your best bet, especially with the way the economy is right now. And we really don't know if it will or won't get better, so that would probably be your wisest decision, is to look into other platforms. So if you like this video, guys, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you're one of those folks who like to watch but haven't subscribed, hey, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on my blog channel. I will be uploading a new video on there in the next day or two, which is about the upcoming end of the pandemic declaration. I'm probably wording that wrong, but it's about the end of the pandemic, free testing and things like that, and how and who it's really going to affect the hardest. Yeah, I probably didn't word that properly, but I think you guys know what I mean. So definitely go over to my blog channel and hit that subscribe button as well. Take care. I'll be seeing you all guys real soon on my next one. Bye.